Hello, Brother Monroe here. Welcome back to Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts, where I will update you on the invasion of Lebanon in a moment, but we have a new battlecruiser to build because the shipyards are idle, and we don't want that. So, we're going to build the Admiral class, our biggest, most powerful battlecruisers yet. So previous ones were the Colossus class. They could do 32 knots. These things can, in theory, do 34. Which is very spicy. 40,000 tons sounds about right to me. It's already very long, but we'll have a look at the towers. Yeah, this one has the best stat, although not by a country mile. This one is pretty good actually. 24 base, 41 long range. Not quite as good, but it's much smaller, and that does hold an appeal. Secondary tower is also thinner. We've got 15 on top stat. Yeah, I think especially when combined with this means we can trim the beam. If this is a very high-speed design, that will help. That will help considerably. Oil balanced double steam turbine. Oh, we only need one funnel as well. I could fit it with two, purely to boost the range to ridiculous levels. But I might come back to that. But that would let me... Well, actually, let's have a look. So I could go 37% weight for 23.7 range. Or I could go 45 for 25. So I think it's more efficient to have the extra funnel and reduce the amount of actual fuel on board the ship. Okay, that's good to know. Alright, main guns. Now, I could go with a 16-inch gun now. We have the Mark IIIs. But... the temptation is just to have... I mean, I love the 15-inch gun. I really do. But we have access to the triple. We could have triple 15 inches. That holds a certain appeal. And that appeal being, we can have... coughing. Jesus. We can have some truly excellent secondary batteries, I think. Let's see how it plays out. Because yeah, I want a chase gun. Something like that. Secondary could go all the way up to an 8. A secondary 8 would be pretty spicy. Oh, it's over the top. What about a standard? So it's right on top of the bunny ears. I think the tall is the better choice then. The very, very high superstructure means that I don't think that gets in the way. And we can tuck it right in. Oh, lovely. Now, I could go, you know, like this, and have 9 15-inch guns. I don't think I will. So we're getting an extra gun, but we're going to have a much more powerful secondary battery. We're going to have, I think, a dual medium barbette to have 3 centerline triple 8-inch guns aft to give us that's a monstrous secondary armament for a battleship, or a battlecruiser in this case. Basically strapping 2 heavy cruisers to the, well, not 2 heavy cruisers to it, but a heavy cruiser and a half to this ship. Let's build the rest of it out, because I might add some more secondary guns to this thing. Probably increased and standard. I'm going to go with the Constance 5, because it's a 5. But later on I might swap this back to a stereo rangefinder. Cannon with no armour. That's a bit of a disappointment. Oopsie daisy. How did I manage that? Deck armour, yeah, I think 5 and 1.5, that should give us ample protection. We have all or nothing now. I'm just maxing these out for now. I'll pull it back later, i.e. now. I think yeah, 616 on the turret is fine. Go 844. 95%. More range. Well, there we go. Ended up not adding more secondaries, but that is powerful secondary. It doesn't have much AA, but given that that's not a thing in the game, I don't really mind. That is a powerful ship. I wonder how the world would have reacted had, because of course HMS Hood was the historical analogue to this ship, given the time frame. Now, HMS Hood, when was she actually built? Okay, she was a couple of years before this. Was a bit heavier, believe it or not. Carried one less 15-inch gun. Didn't have that super heavy secondary guns, and had less armor. And was slower. Was slower. So yeah, we're out here building some pretty darn nasty things. Yeah, that is a superbly nasty ship. Yes, I like it. A fine compliment to our ships. How many should we build? Well, we're going to build 4 of them, I think. And they're going to be Admiral, Anson, Howe, and Hood. Cool. Well, I wonder what else is going to go on. Don't think Lebanon are going to interfere with our operations to remove them from existence. So I'll probably be back when there's some more building going on. More building we do indeed have. We have the Heavy Cruiser 2. Very nice. They can do 32 knots as well. That would be pretty spicy. So these are going to be slightly faster than the Imperials, if I can get them built. What's their maximum size? 13,500. The Imperials are 12,500. Okay, so they're 1,000 tons bigger. Let's get all the basics set up. Oh, okay. That one fits, so that's the one we'll use. That one fits, and then a funnel. Yeah, it might be worth a double funnel setup on this thing, although I don't have that much room to play with. What guns could I use? Oh, Mark 3, Mark 3, Mark 4. 9-inch. Yeah, we could go 9-inch. Although, I know how to make the comments happy. .2-inch guns. I might be able to fit a second funnel in. I push this forward to its logical extreme. Second funnel simply for the enhanced range. Right. Secondary guns right now. I'm going to assume base fuse to start with, but we'll see. Now, the previous class had super heavy shells, so we'll keep that tradition alive. I think we do have some 2-inch spots, don't we? Well, there's going to be 1.6-inch 40mm decorative guns. I might have to swap to twins, given how heavy this ship is already. Now, armour. We're going to want about 10 inches of main belt. Don't want to take any hits from a destroyer, so yeah, we'll probably want 2 inch there. Deck armour. Let's go with 2. Oh, we can only fit 8-inch on the turrets. Okay, we'll reduce this to 8 then. We are overweight. Yeah, we might need to go down to twins. It was already a little overgunned. being a bit too ambitious, I think. We'll tuck them in. It does have a very long citadel. Could make it 31 to match the other heavy cruisers. And I need to lose 5%. We can dump out the fuel because of that extra funnel. There we go. But it might... Because these are lengthening the citadel. I'm actually going to change my mind. I'm going to move this in. So the thing is, the length of the citadel that's actually... or length of the main belt is causing a lot of the problems. But we will have to boost this back up to compensate. Yeah, there we go. That makes things a bit better, actually. Going to go back up to 32. We'll go to 31 for commonality with the Imperials. But I don't want to call it the Uralis class. I'll have a think about what to name it. I decided to call them the county class, because of course I did. There they are. I'll let the game distribute them. That'll bring us up to 30 proper modern heavy cruisers, which is pretty darn good. Really, we should start to think about the potential for war with France. Although, do I want to make for the really modern stuff? Because France is basically the last thing to go. I'd like to finish off the US and Russia, to be honest, but they love us. So I'm going to agree to some alliances with them, which is the fastest way to tank your relations. No, I know I made that. It makes no sense, but that's how it works. After a little bit of bloody machine beeping at me, manipulating, we have a bit of a diplomatic incident with the Soviets. Sure. So now we're on very bad terms with them. We're also on bad terms with the United States a bit. No, not very much. Okay, well, we'll deal with them one at a time. Now, if we are to go to war with the Russians, we will need forces over here to deal with all this stuff. But they don't have that much, so it'll be mostly an invasion fleet, which we can send from Scapa Flow, probably, to go deal with it. But I have moved ships to Pearl. I'm going to move them back. Oh, I'm going to forward base them somewhere. Let's pop them in Shanghai. It's a little bit closer to the Russian Far Eastern Fleet. The Mediterranean Fleet can handle this, and then yeah, we'll send a squadron over to deal with them. Should it come to blows? I'm sure it won't. Oh no, it came to blows. Meanwhile, the French are busy attacking the Americans. If they can finish them off, that would be most amusing. I think that was caused by the Americans attacking Mexico. But, right, let's get some ships on the go. we'll move our ships into position. Your 12-inch ships will leave Inflexible behind. Also bring the ships from Gibraltar. And I'll leave in double wall behind. That's a pretty aggressive deployment. We'll then get some ships on the move to deal with the Russians over there. And then we'll move the whole fleet, including the heavy cruisers, which are just commissioning up, apart from Dreadnought, which is obviously a museum ship, to Sea Control. Boom. Good, good. Well, let's see how that plays out. Okay, invasion's begun. I'm going to order another one on Crimea because I can double those up. As is usual with the game, it's gone, oh, you're at war. Clearly you want to attack Persia. Yes, actually, I do. So I'm sending a couple of ships to go do that. I think the Persians have... Well, they got 18 destroyers. Yeah, okay. Any cruisers around here? My own destroyers, 3 destroyers. Come on, there's got to be some cruisers around here. Yeah, there's a HMS Sapphire. Send her over there. And the Cicero. Good. And then we have a convoy. The HMS Geneva and the Derwent against the Rossia. 6 11.5-inch guns. Damn, cadet crew though. And a couple of Vladimir class destroyers. Well, gotta have a look, haven't we? Absolutely gotta have a look. Lovely stuff. First chance to see one of the 8-inch cruisers in action. Yep, that's an old armoured cruiser. Mark II guns. Oh, and also not powerful either. Why not? Semi-AP. Yeah, that's designed for shooting at light cruisers and destroyers. Not heavy cruisers. And the slowness means we might be able to just torpedo her. Transport spotted, unarmed. Destroyers. 4 kilometer torps. A little behind the times, but hardly surprising given the state of the Soviet economy. .7's doing the useful job there. I'd rather the main guns, though, try to knock down that destroyer. Got plenty of weapons that can hurt the transports. Oh, there you go. Look at that. Lovely hit. Might need to switch up to the cruiser, though. She's coming in. No. Thank you for confirming receipt of orders. Armor piercing. Derwent. This way. Oh, never mind. Main belt pin. Oh, Russian ship explodes. Lovely. Aha! You did get them to fire. Good job. They have torpedoes. I don't want you to fire yet, though. Just the conning tower. Right, that looks good. Just swing them around and unload. Duck inside that torp. Yes, you can. Boom. Right, make for the open sea. Good job. Wow, there's a big spread of torps from the second destroyer I completely forgot about. Russia clinging on for dear life, but we should be able to finish her off with the cruiser. Come on, just need a flooding hit on her stern. quite sure on the firing priorities here, but okay. Okay, one destroyer down. Still not got that fatal hit on it. There you go, that'll do it. There goes the destroyer, leaving just some poor old transports. Yeah, Geneva's taken no damage. Derwent, a little bit of damage, but nothing too terrible. Oh, that is just very nasty. Very nasty for the Russians. $115 million cruise. Okay, 220. It's just a plainly superior ship. Even though it is one riddled with defects. Yep. It's just the way that's going to go, isn't it? Oh, Russia. What do you actually even have? Oh, yeah, you've got some stuff. Well, if those two armoured cruisers are the same, and those destroyers are the same, they're not going to be particularly useful. Maybe their other ships are better. In the meantime, appears the Persians have sold a bunch of stuff. Sorry, the Russians have sold a bunch of stuff to the Prussians? The Persians? I said Prussians because they also have a German World War I era destroyer. Well, we've got to have a go at that, haven't we? So a lot of destroyers. So obviously, the Xenophobe being relatively slow, we don't really want her in combat if we can avoid it. Fusilier is a bit faster. Yeah, all those are faster. So let's get them to follow Fusilier, who's going to take up lead position. And Xenophobe is going to act in support. At least that's the plan. Enemy in sight. Chance to practice the old long-range gunnery. Oh my word! Fusiliers scores a hit. Now you can start edging away a little bit. And there's a destroyer. It's almost exactly what the high explosive shells on the 15-inch guns are designed to deal with. Two light cruisers blasting away. So what I might do, Cicero, follow the battleship. Make sure she has some cover. Fusilier, Neo can start moving that way. Boxing them in a bit. Fucking hell! Oh my god! Xenophobe having none of it. It would seem. I'd tell if she fired or not. She did get in range, so let's just be slightly cautious. There goes that cruiser. Jesus Christ. Oh my word. Yeah, look at that. Just devastating them. Gone. Bloody hell. I guess I have been designing in isolation, as it were. I haven't really been responding to any particular enemy ship. Just trying to build them on good principles. Still causing damage on the regular. Are you? I think your idea of following. Oh, you didn't do it. Follow. There we go. Right. I don't know what was going on with that. Oh my word. Yeah, destroyer's top speed of 29 knots really means they can't get close enough unless I make a mistake. Be very curious to see which weapon system has done the most damage in this battle. Fine at Sapphire. Slow down this time. Comments keep telling me to slow down. I do read them. There. Happy? Right, why do I have to do that 3 fucking times? Usually instead of have crossed each other there. Sadly out of the 15-inch high explosive. Sapphire. Oh, yeah, you're still going at 0 speed. That's why I don't do it, because I forget. It's a lot of torpedoes you just launched. There's a gap there. Come on, I don't think you can stay in it. Or they could all be duds. My word. Follow. Right. Jesus Christ. Well, this is hardly fair, but war is not about fairness. Shouldn't have allied with the communists. Or the Russians, to be fair. There's one over there somewhere. Just one remains. Right, weapon systems. 15s. 7s. 5s. Interesting. Xenophobe. It's like, I'll show you, I'm here in support. How about I do 1,000,000 damage with my main gun? Well, that's amused me. Hopefully it has amused you as well, those of you who are still watching the video. Hilarious. No, we'll fight to the end, thanks. Yeah. So I think that conquest will now proceed just fine. This is looking fine as well. We can have this fleet go for Georgia. And, yeah, good. I wonder if those Belgian ships are going to cause a problem. Probably not. Hopefully not. Might send the new battle cruisers to go and see if we can cause some problems. The Admirals will be ready in 2 months, but that will be in the next episode. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again soon for some more Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts. Bye for now.